just a moment with the devotion for tonight and wisdom teachings and a guided meditation. And I encourage you to visit the website lifebeingwellness.com and download the manual. There we go. The manual that was put together for this event with lots of information and music and artwork to help you in your own observance of Sirius rising in the Kemetic New Year. So tonight's presentation is going to be in honor of Asar, the birth of Asar. And I'm following along with the guide here in the manual. And I think we've done just about everything except this devotion. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. You know, this one. Guess so. Here's our altar ritual. Cover the altar. Lifting the veil of illusion and ignorance. The lighting of the candle signifies the Aku, the divine light within that is to be awakened. I don't have any incense. I have a sage. Some sage purification. And the incense represents the fragrance of the personality, which exudes with a divine odor. As it rises up, attracts and communes with the divine. Just have some. Just one moment. That's about it. Now the water offering. Pour purified water from one container to the next silently and continuously, symbolizing the one-pointed flow of the mind towards the divine. Offering. Still have our yellow flowers from Ra yesterday. And today we have a green line for Asar. Now we'll have our opening chants. Hotep Nesu Netara Anpu Apwat Neptaja Sepekeru Kakape Sinetaradi Makeru Hotep Nesu Netara Anpu Apwat Neptaja Sepekeru Kakape Sinetaradi Makeru Hotep Nesu Netara Anpu Apwat Neptaja Sepekeru Kakape Sinetar Adi Makeru Hotep Nesu Netara Anpu Apwat Neptaja Sepekeru Kakape Sinetar Adi Makeru. Translation. And this is from the Chanting Devotional Manual. Uja. Offering is given to the Supreme Divinity and to Anpu, preparer of the traveler, and Webwat, opener of the ways, Lord of the sacred land. This spoken offering is 1,000 beef complete maleness and 1,000 geese complete femaleness. This causes a divine to make one true of speech and enlightened being. Hotep. And I raised the camera so you can see I have, this is the temple altar for Ast Majesty Temple, Ast and Ma'at or Ma'ati. So up there I have the illustration of Asar here. And it has Aset and Nebet headed either side. And then the kite represents Aset, the symbol for eternity. So they're bringing him back. And then up here, she's holding feathers of Ma'at, but I believe that it's goddess Mut. I'm not really sure. But anyway, okay. So that's our first opening chant. And if you would download the devotional manual, you'll have the access to the lyrics to the songs if you ever want to sing along or when you have your own ceremony. But for now, let's have the Anpu, opener of the way. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Remove obstacles and all success in my spiritual practice. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Lead souls through the narrow pathways to know the difference between real and unreal. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Treasures between heaven and hell. Days black as night, golden as a day. You can watch your fire, night is Friday. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. I want may Anpu make my thighs firm so that I may stand upon them. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. I wash myself in the waters where Anpu washed himself, where he was the officer of embalmer and bandager. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. My lips are the lips of Anpu. 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 Right. And our third chant for opening the altar is at the Temple of Chanting, there's 2 chants you're supposed to offer before reading from the Burning Maru. But when I'm doing these online temple offerings, I like to keep it moving. So Spirit led me to this chant, which like combines those 2. And then on special occasions, I'll sing the other 2. Like tonight, we're going to sing one. Oh, never done a sorrow. 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 Never done a sorrow. Never done sorrow. Right. Now the portal is officially open. Oh, got another chance. There we go. All right, now I'm going to offer the 4 great truths of Chateau Netter. It's kind of like a creed or, what we believe. But it's really just the 4 great truths. Let's see. Okay. On the odds, we sell you say right, now let's have the translation. And if you download the manual, you'll have the 4 great truths there. And I'm also working on the Asmachichi Temple manual. For now, I'm just going to read them from the Chachao Nectar devotional manual. Number 1, Panater Ua Ua Nebujer and Netaru. The nectar, the supreme being, is one and alone, and is Nebujer, manifesting everywhere and in all things in the form of gods and goddesses. Commentary. Nebujer means all-encompassing divinity, the all-inclusive, all-embracing spirit which pervades all and who is the ultimate essence of all. This first truth unifies all the expressions of Kemetic religion. Sit down a little bit, Gina. Number 2, which is probably one of my favorites. Ama'at Suisayu Set Se Kamen. Lack of righteousness brings fetters to the personality, and these fetters lead to ignorance of the divine. Commentary. And this is Seba Ma's commentary. When a human being acts in ways that contradict the natural order of nature, negative qualities of the mind will develop within that person's personality. These are the afflictions of Set. Set is the nature of egoism and selfishness. The afflictions of Set include anger, hatred, greed, lust, jealousy, envy, gluttony, hypocrisy, dishonesty, etc. So to be free from the fetters of Set, one must be free from the afflictions of Set. Oh, Constance, woo-woo! Happy New Year! It's so good to see you here. I know I've been away for a while. Those mounds shifted everything. Number 3, Say Washu, Say Nafu, and Sayu Set. Devotion to the divine leads to freedom from the fetters of Set. Commentary. To be liberated, Nafu, freedom to breathe from the afflictions of Set, one must be devoted to the divine. Being devoted to the divine means living by Ma'at. Ma'at is a way of life that is purifying to the heart and beneficial for society as it promotes virtue and order. Living by Ma'at means practicing Shedi, the spiritual practices and disciplines. Uwashu means devotion, and the classic pose of adoring the divine is called Dua. Standing or sitting with upraised hands facing outwards towards the image of the divinity. Number 4, Arishedi Rekabim Makaru. The practice of the Shedi disciplines leads to knowing oneself as the divine. This is called being true of speech. Commentary. Doing Shedi means to study profoundly, to penetrate the mysteries, Shatat, and discover the nature of the divine. There have been several practices designed by the sages of ancient Kemet to facilitate the process of self-knowledge. These are the religious Shatat traditions and the Sema Smaitawi yogic disciplines related to them that augment the spiritual practices. All the traditions relate the teachings of the sages by means of myths related to particular gods or goddesses. It is understood that all of these Netaru are related like brothers and sisters, having all emanated from the same source, the same supremely divine parent, who is neither male nor female, but encompasses the totality of the two. Hotep. All right. Well, I guess. Oh, that's a wrong one. I think what I want to do is have some of the music before the wisdom teachings and some after. So that's what we're going to do now. I don't know how it got all the way down there. We have a lot of wisdom teachings to cover tonight. Let's see here. This is one of my favorite diagrams, although it's all going to fit. I don't know if you can see it. This diagram here, it shows the alignment of the pyramids of Giza with the constellations of Orion and Sirius. Here's another illustration of Orion over the pyramids of Giza. And of course, his the constellation of Orion. So this celebration is in honor of Sirius rising, but at the moment, if you go out, well, at the moment Orion is rising before the sun. So, like if you go out in sunrise, you'll be before sunrise, you'll be able to see Orion. We got some comments. Constance says it's good to see you too. I hope you're more rested, having fun, and enjoying, relaxing this summer. Yes. I'm heading to bed, but wanted to catch some of the live. Have a beautiful evening. I'll watch the replay in the morning. Thank you, Constance. Yeah, it just kind of got crazy for me. I'm going to get back to going live again soon, but at my own pace. That's what this alignment is for me, is getting into my time instead of trying to keep up with the Western time. Okay. This thing is all over the place. All right. So earlier today we did the Aku Seneb, the yoga postures. We did the sound healing. We did the chanting. We're going to do a couple of songs and then we'll get into wisdom teachings. Okay. And I'm not going to try to do these on the harp tonight. I'm just going to play the drums. Okay. Oh, I know what that was, the translation. Hold on. I had the translation in my head. Here. Yes, I know it's kind of late. I'm hoping to be all caught up by tomorrow. Putting together the manual was kind of a lot. All right, so this is one of the chants that we're supposed to recite at the beginning of ceremonies, and I just reserve it for when I'm working with Asar energy. Let me read the translation first. Thank you for tuning in, Dua Asar. Dua Asar. Adorations to Asar Unifer, divinity great, personality in the heart of Abdu, king of eternity, Lord of forever, traveling for eternities. In form raised he, son primary of body Nut, engendered by Geb, master lord of the Uraret crown, exalted white crown, prince of gods and goddesses and people. I gotta stand up for some of these. Gotta move around. Just keep changing with the times. Raise this up a little bit. Oops, I said up, not down. You are Asar, Unifer, Natural, Era, Babu, Sutin, Hey, Nebeta, Sebeki, Hey, You are Asar, so long since I've done that. Play the drum like that. My arm is tired. All right. Now we'll move into some of the wisdom teachings. We'll have some more music and then our meditation. So, like I said earlier, the wisdom teachings for this observance are available at the download, the manual. If you want to have the ceremony in your own time, or also if you just want to make a contribution to us Maharaji Temple, we can make a donation of any size and receive the download. Okay. So the first reading for tonight, it's not the most pleasant reading I've ever had, but it is entitled The Murder of Asar from the Asarian Resurrection Myth by Dr. Mata Ashby, African Religion, Volume 4, page 100 and page 84. Resurrecting Asar, the incarnation and passion of the spirit, the death, dismemberment, and resurrection of Asar, from the Greek text entitled The History of Aset and Asar. Murder of Asar, verse 16b. Set, who was already full of jealousy and greed, wanting to be revered and loved as Asar, was and desiring to be the king of all Egypt, became even more angry and hateful towards Asar. Having first persuaded 72 other people to join with him in a conspiracy against Asar, Set formed a crafty plot to kill Asar. For having privately taken the measure of the body of Asar, he caused a chest to be made of exactly the same size, and it was very beautiful and highly decorated. This chest he brought into a certain banqueting room where it was greatly admired by all who were present. And Set, as if in jest, promised to give it to that man whose body, when tried, would be found to fit it. Thereupon, the whole company, one after the other, went into it, but it did not fit any of them. Last of all, Asar himself lay down in it. Thereupon, all the conspirators ran to the chest and clapped the cover upon it. And then they fastened it down with nails on the outside and poured melted lead over it. They next took the chest to the river, which carried it to the sea through the Kemetic mouth of the Nile. And for this reason, this mouth of the Nile is still held in utmost abomination. Verse 17. As soon as the report reached Aset, she immediately cut off one of her locks, one of the locks of her hair, and put on mourning apparel in that very place where she happened to be. For this reason, the place has ever since been called Koptos, or the city of mourning and deprivation. After this, she wandered about through the country, being full of disquietude and perplexity, searching for the chest. And she inquired of every person she met, including some children, whom she saw, whether they knew what has become of it. Now it so happened that these children had seen what Set's accomplices had done with the body, and they accordingly told her by what part of the mouth of the Nile it had been conveyed to the sea. Aset, meanwhile, having been informed that Asar, deceived by her sister Nebuchadnezzar, who was in love with him, had unwittingly enjoyed her instead of herself, as she concluded from the Meliot garland which he had left with her, made it her business likewise to search out the child, the fruit of this unlawful union, for her sister, dreading the anger of her husband Set, had hidden it as soon as it was born. Okay, are you catching this? I mean, just stop for a moment and think about all the emotions that the goddess Aset was experiencing at that one moment. That's a lot to process, even if you are a goddess. Accordingly, after much pains and difficulty, by means of some dogs that conducted her to the place where it was, she found it and bred it up. And in the process of time, it became her constant guard and attendant and obtained the name of Anpu. And it has come about that it watches and guards the gods as dogs do men. At length, Aset received more particular news that the chest had been carried by the waves of the sea to the coast of Biblios, and there gently lodged in the branches of a bush of tamarisk, which in a short time had grown up into a large and beautiful tree, and had grown around the chest, and enclosed it on every side so completely that it was not to be seen. Moreover, the king of the country, amazed at its unusual size and the fragrant aroma of the tree, had it cut down, and made that part of the trunk wherein the chest was concealed into a pillar to support the roof of his house. Okay, there's a lot going on in those, was it 4 verses? Yeah, 5 verses. So I'm just gonna, I've often wondered about how did Aset forgive her sister Nebuchadnezzar? And I know Dr. Ashby says not to put gods and goddesses in the same realm as humans, but still it had to have been really difficult to conquer her ego in that moment. I think about it a lot. Okay. This is the next one for Haru. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had more, but that's for Haru. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's just reflect on that passage for a little bit longer. Apparently, Asar was like had some alcohol because they were celebrating his amazing travels. And so let's break it down to the aspects. So Set represents the ego. So Asar, the soul, was deceived by the ego, was tricked by his mortality, Nebuchadnezzar's mortality and physicality, and then was rescued by divine intuition. The body was discovered by discernment and redeemed by spiritual victory. So even though we're reading about the drama of this amazing family, they actually represent different aspects of our personality and of our life. And so we have to remember not to allow our soul to be deceived and captured by the ego or tricked by our physical needs and our habits and our addictions, and to rely on our intuition for our rescue, not to look outside of ourselves, and to use our discernment to know the difference between the real and unreal, and to know that our royal personality is already assured of spiritual victory. Gotcha. All right, now we got a few more songs for tonight, and there's other songs listed there if you choose to download the manual. This is one that we learned from Seva Ma years ago at one of their conferences. going to offer some chants that were part of the Akusaneb program, the yoga program. They're just two of my favorite chants, so let's just try them now. Okay, this light is too bright. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Here's another one of my favorite illustrations of Asar, because he also represents all the vegetation and life on earth. So when you're watering the garden, you're also watering your soul, giving birth to eternal life. This is representation of Asar, the green god. That's one of the songs that was released for this ceremony. Oops. Yeah, so you're just tuning in. It's getting hot. That's why I turned down the lights. Day 2 of the 8-day observance of the Kemetic New Year and Sirius Rising. And it was a last-minute decision to do this presentation. That's why I'm kind of behind schedule, but I'll be caught up tomorrow. And I was feeling bad that I didn't get it released before the ceremony, but then I realized, it's 2 months of celebrations, and if people want to put the time into this, they can start at any time. This is just the official schedule. So if you want to, you can start anytime. I have a link at the manual. It tells you can find out when Sirius rises in your area. It rises in Chicago around August 11th this year. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm going to do a song. Okay. Finger work. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Unshan. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Anken. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Unshan. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Anken. Nukasar, 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 Nukasar. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Unshan. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Anken. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Unshan. Yes in the tap, yes in the tap, yes in the tap, Anken. Nukasar, 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 Nukasar. Yes in the tap. May you be enlightened in peace, Unshen, for eternity, Anken, without ending. Nuk Asar, I am Asar. All right, and then last one, next one, final one. Let's see, where did I have that? I forgot where I found it. in here. I already have it. Okay. No, it's in the meditation. Where is that? That's on the computer. Okay. It's okay. That's the next thing anyway. Okay. I know the translations, but I just want to get them word for word when I'm sharing them with other people. I don't want someone to say, but you said it meant this, so just go to the reference. You can find it. Okay. Just a minute. Same thing happened earlier. Jetty. Okay, so the translation of the next offering is, I am steadfast, son of steadfast, conceived and born in the region of steadfastness. Okay, let's see, I guess I can. Okay. And so I have the altar facing west or north, and I usually try to face northwest. So I just wanted you to be able to see that. I'm going to face this way. Nuk Sheri, Say Sheri, Ham Ao Im Jedu, Messia Jedu, Nuk Sheri, Say Sheri, Ham Ao Im Jedu, Messia Jedu, Nuk Sheri. Say Jerry, I'm out in Jedu, Messia Jedu, Nuk Jerry. Say Jerry, I'm out in Jedu, Messia Jedu. There's something else I want to add to the altar. Be right back. I think I know where it is. I didn't think of it till just now because I have a Asarian altar, but I'm having all the Neteru meet on this main altar right now. So I decided to bring it out. I have this beautiful image of the green god Asar. Another Shinsu gifted me with that years ago. And I decided to bring out my Anpu, which actually glows in the dark. Let's see. Is it? It can't. It's not. You need a little bit more activation. See. I remember when I got this when I was in Kemetic, I didn't believe that it was real. I was like, "Is it plastic?" And they're like, "No, it's not plastic." I don't think that's enough. Oh yeah, there it goes a little bit. You see it glowing. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna add Anpu, opener of the way, and then I have this adorable statue. I don't know if adorable. I guess adorable is the appropriate word because we do adore Asar in the Jed posture. Okay. Down there. Okay. Right. So what I'm planning on doing is recording an audio of the guided meditation that we're going to experience right now. But we'll just have it out, and then in the future you'll be able to access it. It's from the Asar Resurrection by Dr. Mona Ashby, and we used to recite. Well, I used to recite it every Sunday when I was leading the devotion there on their online temple, and I haven't really done a lot with it since. So So here's another wisdom teaching and then a guided meditation for you. Whoa, get on the pillow. Okay. Show screen. I'm going to get a little fancy here just a minute. I didn't think of it till now, of course. Mm-hmm. I guess that would be a good one. Ucha, open up her. Uh-oh. I didn't share my screen. It's getting a little fancier for the meditation. It's not seem to be working. And I don't know if that's working. I don't know if that's working. Okay, so let me do it here. I didn't think of this before now. Yeah, that's going to take too long. So I'm going to try another way. Uh-oh. I don't think that's going to work. I want to disconnect it. So never mind. And look at the image up there. Okay. That doesn't seem to be working either. Oh, how to do this. Okay, forget that. All right. Something wasn't working. All right, so we're going to move on with the meditation. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of chanting. It'll be call and response, and then we'll move into the meditation. Okay, first, I want to read this hymn to Asar, and then we'll have some chanting. Glory to Asar Unifer, the great God within Abdu, King of eternity, Lord of the everlasting, who passes through millions of years in his existence, eldest son of the womb of Nut, engendered by Geb, the chief lord of the crowns of the north and the south, lord of the lofty white crown. As prince of gods and of men, he has received the crook and the flail and the dignity of his divine fathers. Let thy heart, which is in the mountains of Amenta, be content, for thy son Heru is established upon thy throne. You are crowned Lord of Jedu and ruler in Abdu. Through thee the world waxeth green, in triumph between the might of Nebuchadnezzar. He leadeth in his train that which is and that which is not yet, in his name Teher Setaneth. He toweth along the earth in triumph in his name Sekar. He is exceedingly mighty and most terrible in his name Asar. He endureth forever and forever in his name Unifer. Homage to thee, King of kings, Lord of lords, Prince of princes, who from the womb of Nut have possessed the world and have ruled all the lands and Akirt. Thy body is of gold, thy head is of azure, and emerald light encircleth thee. O An of millions of years, all pervading, with thy body and beautiful in countenance in Tasert. Grant thou to the Ka of Asar, the initiate, splendor in heaven and might upon earth, and triumph in Neterkert, and that I may sail down to Jedu like a living soul, and up to Abdu like Ebenu, a phoenix, and that I may go in and come out without repulse at the pylons of the Duat. May there be given unto me loaves of bread in the house of coolness, and offerings of food in Anu, and a homestead forever in Sekbet Aru, with wheat and barley therefore. Now we're going to have some chants. This is going to be call and response. Do Asar, do Asar, do Asar, do Asar. Do Asar, do Asar, do Asar, do Asar. Do a heru, do a heru, do a heru, do a heru. Do a hetaru, do a hetaru, do a hetaru, do a hetaru. Do a anpu, do a anpu, do a anpu, do a anpu. Do a Djibouti, do a Djibouti, do a Djibouti, do a Djibouti. Nukuanpu, 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 Nukuanpu. Nukumaat, 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 Nukumaat. Nukuaset, 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 Nukuaset. Nukuheru, 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 Nukuheru. Nukuasar, 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 Nukuasar. Look at, look at, look at, look at. The last line, look at, is I am pure, I am pure, I am pure, I am pure. If I can send this over to my phone. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't do it. I've tried that before. Okay. All right, now get into a comfortable seated position and relax in silence for a few moments. Allow the utterances to resonate in your mind and become a witness to whatever you see in your mind's eye. Let's take several deep breaths together, and with each one, feel your body becoming lighter and more relaxed. So inhale, allowing your abdominal area to expand. All the way up, inhale, filling your lungs, your chest, up to your crown chakra. Hold it for a moment. And exhale until your abdominal area is almost touching your spine. Another deep breath in. And release. Okay, so for the next few moments, we're going to do some deep breathing. Hold them for 4 seconds. As you do so, visualize that the life force energy from the universe is pouring into your body. This is the Het Haru breath, replenishing and accumulating mental energy. Feel revitalized and renewed. Visualize that your body is rising up into the air, above the clouds, and into space. Now visualize that you are in an astral plane. It is a dark realm, but it is not empty. Visualize that your body is made of pure light, and there are stars all about you. Experience the vast expanse of your surroundings, and feel at ease in this realm. Relax every muscle in your body and discover the peace and joy of expansion. Now take flight by simply willing yourself to move up and away. Travel to the far reaches of this plane. Visit the stars and the planets. There are worlds, galaxies, and universes which expand to infinity. Behold the beauty and majesty of the divine. Now relax and allow the feeling of joy, immortality, and infinity, and eternity to penetrate every part of you. Now see in the distance a dark realm. It is the darkest place you have ever seen. No light emanates from or reaches this place. Nothing grows there. Come closer to this place and look into it. There is nothing to be seen, but you feel a strange affinity to this place. It is beckoning to you, calling your soul to enter. You cannot explain it, but somehow it feels warm, loving, and complete. You attempt to go in, but something prevents you, even as a glass door permits you to look within, but not to enter. What prevents you from entering is your ego. The deepest, darkest realm is the abode of the Supreme Self, and none other can exist there. So if you wish to enter into the presence of the divine, you will need to discard all notions of separation, worries, anxieties, etc., to subside as you discover the essence of who the I is referring to deep down within. Leave the mind behind. Its thoughts cannot help you now. Feel and experience the silence of the quiet mind and allow yourself to melt into the cosmic mind. Reflect thus. This vast universe, these stars, this body, all this is me. I am the universe. I am the gods and goddesses. I am the divine self. Become one with the peace and the emptiness. Now there is only awareness, pure consciousness. No thoughts reach you. This is perfect being. Now you are entering into the realm of absolute darkness, the realm of Asar. Remain in this place. Remain in this place of peace and tranquility for as long as you like. And when you are ready, gently return to normal body consciousness and slowly move your limbs as you rise. Paying your respects to the netters with upraised hands. Utter the closing words of power and leave the meditation area feeling that divine grace has fallen upon you and will be with you throughout the rest of your day. Om Asar Ased Heru. Om Asar Ased Heru. Om Asar Ased Heru. Om Asar Ased Heru. As you commune more and more with the divine, your awareness will increase gradually, and you will achieve greater and greater control of your thoughts, emotions, mind, and senses until you are in complete control and experience abiding spiritual awareness. This is the state of enlightenment. May you discover the glory of meditation. Om Patam Patam Patam. Peace, peace, peace. Patam. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that guided meditation. I certainly did, even though I was reading the meditation, I was still feeling it. And when we got to the point where we were in the realm of Asar, I was immediately transported there. And then I guess I astral projected to the temple of Asar at Abydos and Abdu, and I did not want to come back. I was ready to stay. Like I mentioned, I'm going to record an audio version of this meditation with music and everything, so you'll be able to have it. Again, it's from Dr. Wada Ashby's book, Asarian Resurrection. It's a beautiful meditation. I've forgotten about it, honestly, until it was time to do this program. So it'll be listed, it'll be linked as a resource at the manual. I think I'm going to turn this into a web page, and when you make a donation to the temple, you can access it. You have it for life, but we're just asking for a brief donation. All right, so this concludes today's presentation of the birth of Asar. with the 8-day observance of the Kemetic New Year. Happy New Year, 38,792, based on time reckoning and carbon dating, and also the water. There's some pattern left by the water at the time of the flood there at the Sphinx and the pyramid. People get all excited about 2,000 years, and we're talking about 38,000 years at least, because we know they follow the precession of the equinox. And so, but anyway. I feel great. How about you? Hope you're feeling good. So we have a closing devotional chant, and then I will close the altar. Amasu and Panater, Saksu and Panater, Aljumanima, Ketipaharu. 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 Imran Aset, Imran Asar, Imran Heru. Imran Aset, Imran Asar, Imran Heru. Imran Aset, Imran Asar, Imran Heru. Om Atep, Atep, Atep. Atep. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation as much as I have, and that you will join me again tomorrow. I'm planning on getting an early start, but of course I can't say what time that is. That just causes stress. But we'll be here tomorrow with offerings for Heru. And I hope you can join me. And that you will have a chance to download the manual. I'm going to be up for the rest of the night posting the clips and replays. So I'll be up for a while. Anyway, Dua Asar, Dua to each and every one of you for staying with me for this evening. Hotep. Hotep.